I know I am ready. It is going to be yet another amazing, amazing day and show. So, hey, everybody out there. I am your host. That's right, Jessica Koch, and this is Profound Professionals. It's an interview series that's been coming to you for 10 years. We've interviewed over 1,000 guests from all over the amazing planet. They help you improve your personal life, they help you grow your business. Today, I have someone you just want to stop what you're doing, take a second, and check out this interview. I have Ania. She is a holistic mentor, plant medicine facilitator, integration guide, and visionary entrepreneur who bridges ancient wisdom with modern tools to help individuals reclaim their power, purpose, and peace. That's a triple P threat, right? Power, purpose, and peace. So we love it and welcome Anya.
Hello, Jessica. Such a pleasure to be here. I'm excited. I've never heard the triple P, so I might steal that from
Right?
you. That was fun.
Go right ahead. I always say stealing is the best flattery or whatever that's saying. I don't always say it. Somebody out there said it. If you know who said it, put it in the comments. Tell us. So yeah, copying is the best form of flattery or something along those
My
lines.
favorite is the
Brilliant.
Einstein one where he says the best way to creativity is knowing where to hide your sources.
Oh, yeah, you gotta love him. He with that little rascal there. That him and that hairdo. He set the precedent for what brilliance looks like. I'm super happy to have you here. That was a gigantic sentence of things. So let's break it down and talk about what exactly that is. A holistic mentor, a plant medicine facilitator, an integration guide and visionary expert. All the modern tools that we have now and all the ancient wisdom. How did this be? All the things that were connected to the name Anya.
Yeah, so let's start with what they are a little bit first
That'll be
before
good.
how they happen. Let's break it down word by
Yeah,
word.
I think that's a great idea.
So holistic mentorship, kind of like a life coach, but not a life coach. I guide through my own journey, through my own inspiration versus a coach who like, here's A through Z, what to do. I guide based off my own experiences. Holistically, I do have a whole slew of different certifications, modalities that I work with. EFT tapping, the Akashic records,
Mhm.
different breathwork modalities I facilitate, timeline journeying, so many different things. Like any healer, anyone that works in the spiritual realm, they have a whole bunch of different tools to go into because one thing doesn't work for everyone. So why not have several different modalities under your belt? And then the
Mhm.
plant medicine guiding. So I do work with ayahuasca. I do have an ayahuasca retreat center in the
Mhm.
Colombian Amazon, and we have several ceremonies, and that's a whole story that I'm excited to share as well. But then working with the integration afterwards, because the ceremony is
Mm,
just of the journey. The
mhm.
actual real work starts happening after the ceremonies, after the retreat, when you go home and you have to actually integrate it into your real life. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
I had all these beautiful visions, all this knowledge, all this stuff that I got from this medicine, but now what? Now
Yeah.
I'm
The next
confused. I'm
action step. Mhm.
yeah, going back home, and that's when people get so like start getting guilt and shame that they're like, oh, I don't feel this amazing that I felt at this retreat. They go back to New York, Kentucky, wherever they're from. They're driving down the car, someone like honks the horn too loud and they get angry and they're like, oh, and now I'm angry with myself because I'm angry.
Mm.
That's when the integration really starts hitting in.
I love that. And I kind of experienced that. I'm in a women's book club, and we've read so many wonderful books over the years and talked about them. And I had a situation. I was like, oh wait, we read a book on a similar scenario, and there was things I could do. And so I was so proud of myself because I stopped. I checked what my, I kind of evaluated the situation and figured out these are the tools I have to make the very best version of myself step forward to deal with the situation at hand, and to implement what I had learned through, reading that book and working through with that book club. So, it's wonderful when we go to these workshops and take classes and get certifications and take 5 million pages of notes. And then when we never crack the notebook again or apply anything to our daily life, where are we really? So I love that you addressed that. But so it was great that you kind of broke down some of what those things are. But how did this become your story and your journey? How did this
Yeah.
be what you shine up and in the world as a passion to supply?
Yeah, so many people who have went into this realm of world that I'm into, a lot of them come from some kind of hardship, whether it's families, traumas, whether it's personal ailments, whether it's sicknesses, whatever it is. For me, it was an entire decade of sickness, anxiety,
Mhm.
depression, insomnia. I was going blind. I was allergic to almost every single food. I had celiac disease, horrible IBS, like just one thing on top of another for an entire decade. And it
Oh,
came to a point where if I didn't have my health, I didn't have anything else. And I
mhm,
realized that in myself. And I kept going to doctors on doctors and trying this medication. And all of it was just like putting band aids on it, and nothing was getting to the root of any of it.
mhm,
So I kind of quit my job, sold everything, sold my car, bought a one-way ticket to Thailand, and I kind of been on that one-way ticket for almost 10 years now.
So that's where you are still?
So no, I am in Medellin now. I've worked my way over from Thailand. That was the first place that I went to. I've been in Medellin for 8 years. Like, it's not a one-way ticket. I live here. It is home, but I like saying that. It's kind of cute.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that's interesting. And what I want to make sure I point out is this is a podcast, and we have amazing, brilliant, truly expert, and in many cases certified and trained. And we've had lots of masters and doctor, people with their doctorate on our show. But we are not giving medical, legal, or financial advice. This is information, entertainment. It's a podcast. Go see an expert, book an appointment with Anya, decide and figure out what's best for you by talking to all the professionals that you need to do. But I do highly recommend booking something with Anya. So if someone was looking for, someone to guide them through something more holistically, or looking at, different natural solutions, what's their first step in the journey with you?
So yeah, you can definitely reach out to me. I'm anywhere on social media at Ania Halama, and my website, Ania Halama. I make it very simple. It's just my name. And then if you are interested in ayahuasca, definitely come to a retreat. But please be aware, retreats aren't for everyone. Ayahuasca is not for everyone. It's similar to other plant medicines. Please do your due diligence
Mhm.
beforehand. But I'm always available for a conversation. Our retreat center is called Mahadevi Ayahuasca Retreats.
Well, sure, and I'm sure if they're curious, if they wanted to ask their local doctor questions or things, I'm sure you would give them some guidance on what some of those questions might be, because that's the other thing. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, right? And so I love that. Can you give us some more information about like what happens at the retreat, and the location of the experience, and uh, that piece of it?
Yeah, absolutely. So if anyone doesn't know ayahuasca, let's start with that a little bit, because that's a big one that people
Kinda was
they're like,
getting
"What
that's
is
what I was trying to get there without saying some of us might be map challenged.
So ayahuasca is a psychedelic plant medicine from the Amazon. It usually comes from Peru, Brazil, Colombia, and then Ecuador as well.
Okay.
And it's been used for thousands and thousands of years. In the beginning, it was used by the indigenous to help them live, to help them hunt, to find the animals that they were hunting so they can feed their families. Like now it's used, it's been brought into the Western cultures. Now it's used for healings, finding your purpose, whether it's some kind of ailments you might have, finding clarity. lots of different things. People come from so many different things when dealing with psychedelics, lots of different ways. But please be aware, again, do your due diligence. There are some things that counter interact. So please talk to your doctors and
Mhm.
speak to us as well. We're happy to help, but we are not doctors. So please speak to your doctors. When you do
Mhm.
come to our retreat, it's about a week long. So it's 7 nights, 8 days. And we do 3 ceremonies with a day apart and then one optional day ceremony.
Hmm.
We also do breath work sessions, we do hikes, we do yoga, all of the food is included, transportation. Other than your airfare, you do have to cover your airfare, will be included getting there. We do 45 days of preparation beforehand and then 90 days of integration afterwards. So it's actually like a 6 month journey with us, not just the
Wow.
1 week retreat.
Oh, wow. And that's a long retreat. So that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, before we get into giving a tip, is there anything else about you or the business that you wanted to share, or should we jump into giving them a great tip for today?
Sure. So we do actually work with crudo medicine as well, which is the raw, I call it cold brew type of ayahuasca. It's cold pressed, not cooked. So usually when people drink ayahuasca, they drink the cooked medicine, which is a lot harder on the digestion. It's cooked under the
Mhm.
fire. So like it's that fire in your belly. The
Mm.
crudo medicine it tastes like water, so it tastes much better, much lighter on the digestion. The purge is much nicer, so it's very, very beginner friendly. So it's a great option if you are maybe hesitant about it, do have any fears maybe, or don't know, or have like a sensitive nervous system, even
Mhm.
like it's much gentler.
Okay, good to know. And so is that your tip?
No,
Okay, then let's
it
get
can be.
I was thinking this is a very good tip, so I just wanna make sure. But let's give loud what do we give another one?
All right. So the actual tip that I have for you guys, whether it is ayahuasca or you're trying to fall asleep, I want to teach you a very simple breath. So it's a in and out through your nose with no pause. The
Mm,
pause is what keeps you in that like fight or flight. So if you want to rest your nervous system, if you want to fall asleep, if you want to just like calm before a meeting, just continuous breath in and out with your nose.
I feel like I might hyperventilate that way.
With no pause. Only do it for about 4 minutes.
Oh, I
You'll
see.
fall right asleep. Like, don't do it for an hour, then you might be tripping a little bit.
Okay. All right, good tip. How about one of the things I love about our show, well, I'm very biased. I love our show. Uh, is that from show number 1, we have made it a point to spread awareness and take a pause and a moment and share a cause that's close to our guest's heart. And part of why we do that is we are here and hoping to inspire someone to give time, treasure, or talent to maybe a cause they're inspired by because they hear the guest share one, or maybe they just remember they have one that's close to their own heart and life has gotten busy and they hadn't connected and checked in with them lately. So we hope to inspire you to do that and to spread awareness. Awareness is, time, treasure, and talent are fab and very needed to keep any nonprofit going or any cause going. But spreading awareness and getting the word out there for people who never heard of this cause and who could use it or know someone who could use it is really truly just as valuable for their mission. So, Anya, how about a cause that's close to your heart?
Yeah, the one that is very close to my heart is called Magical Journey Network, and it is a peer mentorship network group where peer-to-peer mentorship for someone who's going through a rough time, whether it's going through a divorce, a career change, a recovery, whatever it might be, a peer-to-peer mentorship. It's beautiful. It is a nonprofit, so definitely check them out.
Oh,
I do work very closely with them, so they are close to my heart.
I never heard of this one before. This is a great one. Say it again. Say it again.
Magical Journey Network. Just the name makes me so happy.
Magical Journey Network, and it makes me so happy too. I love it. That was the best. That's one of the best ones I've heard in a very long time. Love it, love it. And it's never come to our show before with over 1,000 guests sharing. So just see that was part of the reason, in all honesty. I thought at first when I was designing the show over 10 years ago, well, maybe I'll share a nonprofit cause and we'll anchor to one or two or three. And I just love so many and I love always finding out about new ones. I'm like, nope, can't do this. I can't make this commit. I just want to let's just talk about all of them. So that's what we ended up doing because I just can't pick one because there's just so many wonderful things to support in the world. And so that's been a challenge for me. And that's part of why we designed our show the way we did. All right, I am the same with books. I just keep buying and reading them and using them and applying them. The really good ones. So how about a book not written by you, but that inspired your personal life or helped you grow your business?
So similar to you with nonprofits, I can't just choose one book because there's so
Mm,
many.
so many
It's
good
really hard to choose just
ones.
one,
Love
but I
books.
will give you one that I'm currently rereading for probably the third or fourth time, which is Ask and You Shall Receive. Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks.
Oh my gosh, that's the book I was talking about when I ran into my challenge. Our book club had done it, and what I did was I said I did one of the exercises in there. What can I do that would be good and healthy for me and for the situation? And what can I give the universe to do? And I made those two lists. And then I made a really wonderful affirmation from some inspiration of that book. And it got me right through the situation that I was dealing with. I cannot even believe that that's the book that you mentioned. When that is the book that I was talking about. I didn't want to say its name and take away any thunder from our interview. That is fabulous.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, we can't make this stuff up, people. This is happening in real time. We are live streaming. We did not have a conversation about this.
No, we did not. I'm sickening that.
Woo, that's wild. See the power that book has? See?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Everyone who has not read it, please go get it. There's an
Oh,
audio version as well. Listen to it. It's
you need
so
the
good.
book though. You can listen to
Yes.
it while you're out and doing things and whatever, but you really need the book because if
So
it's
part 1,
20
I
plus.
believe yeah, so part 1, I believe is okay to listen to. Part
Mhm.
2, you need the actual physical book because that's the interactive part.
Well, right. It's also the integration part because for just the example
Yes.
I gave, for me, I went through, flipped through the different exercises and felt like this is the one that's going to help me through this particular moment and situation. This is the one I need to do. This is what I have to apply. And so, to be able to go back to that, it really is like a
Yeah.
workbook
So
guide,
good.
you know.
So good.
Oh, it is so good. I think 2 other books that you might like based on, your energy and what you're into is, have you read Gene Keys? Uh,
I've started to. That's a very heavy book to get
it's a
through. I've read
big
my own
book.
Gene Keys, but not all of
Yeah.
them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's a fascinating concept, and then there's another one by, a woman, I believe she's from the UK. I think it's Christine Turner is who it's by, but it's audiobook. I can't find it in a hard copy anywhere,
Mm.
but it's Quantum NLP. And it's very fascinating and very much in line with like energy. And you talked about timelines and just, I mean, it's very fascinating at read. I think you'd find it enjoyable.
Beautiful. I'll give it a listen.
Okay, so how about books you've written?
Yeah, so I've written 2 that are published currently. So one of
Mm,
them is called Rebel's Guide to Spirituality, which goes much deeper into my
mm,
entire story, how I got to my
mm,
healing processes, my work with ayahuasca, and it's also kind of a workbook as well. So after each chapter, it's a guide. So after each chapter, there's practical tools, whether it's a meditation, an EFT tapping, there's a Reiki session in there. So super lovely. The second one, it was a co-authored book, and it's called Women Gone Wild, the Wealth Edition, and it's different women around the world sharing about what wealth really means to them, and it's not just the
mm.
money that's in your pockets, but what actual wealth means to women around the world.
I love that. And I have a I had a legacy gratitude summit earlier this year. And we have a legacy gratitude community now. And then we have a big money gratitude summit coming up at the end of the year. But those are permanent websites. So whether you're hearing this now or 5 years from now, legacy gratitude .info and moneygratitude.info will be something you'll be able to find resources on. And just what you're talking about, it is legacy is and generational wealth means something different to everyone, and all the answers are correct, right? It's just one of those things that is so dynamic and so multifaceted. So I love that you shared that. This has been a lot of fun. I can't believe how fast the time has
Oh
flown
my
by,
goodness,
Anya.
it's so fun.
How do we get through so many amazing things? Before we get into your final thought and everything, actually, I would like to ask you, before I ask her, though, I'm going to ask you out there if you're thinking that you could improve someone's personal life, or you have an interesting story, you took a one-way ticket somewhere, and where did it land you? And you'd like to come to Profound Professionals and share it, reach out to us and our team, and we'll let you know just how it might be possible for you to be on the show as well. But before we move on, I would love to know if you have a special gratitude practice or a special what legacy means to you, and the kind of the footprint or fingerprint that you are leaving behind for generations to be inspired by. What are some of your thoughts around legacy and gratitude?
So, you and I have been aligned this entire show, so I love that we're talking about gratitude. I am a gratitude queen.
It's in everything I do, and matter of fact, my networking and masterminding. They
Absolutely.
share our format is you share what you do and what you want us to help you with, and then you get to shine a gratitude spotlight on someone either in the room or who isn't there, and it is an amazing experience, um, and
Beautiful.
holding space for that kind of energy and that kind of powerful gratitude has been wonderful. So,
Beautiful. I love it. I do have my own personal gratitude practice, which is I write 10 things that I'm grateful for every single day,
love it.
what I'm grateful for, and why I'm grateful, because the why attaches you back into that moment and it's so
Ooh,
juicy.
that's good.
And then I also do host gratitude circles with my friends. We keep it at a few people where we go around and share
Okay.
gratitudes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone else doing that's very similar to my gratitude spotlight and shining a
Yeah,
first light on
gratitude circles, and then with
something.
clients, I do gratitude group chats as well, where we bounce off gratitude. So gratitude's in everything I do as well. I love
Me too. I love that. That is so awesome. And we didn't know this about each other either, by the way. You're
it.
watching doing
We're
this.
kindred spirits, apparently, you and I, Jessica.
It sounds so staged. It's totally not. I love it when life works out that way. Yeah, I love that you
Mhm.
anchor the what you're grateful for and the why. For us, it isn't just, I mean, because when you do a gratitude circle or even business gratitude stuff, it can be anything. When we do the gratitude spotlights, it's specifically a person, either in the room or professionally or personally not in the room, or even not here still with us. And it's about what you value. It's about creating this container space for people to feel seen, valued, loved, heard, and appreciated, because there's so many in the world who do not. And
Mm,
so we want to shine a light specifically on a human. And that's what we do in our gratitude
beautiful.
spotlights, because it's just so important for people to feel that hug, whether it's virtual or in person. So, and I believe we're all energy. So even if they're not in the room, I do believe that
I
they
still
get
feel
that
it.
they get
Mhm.
that hug. They do. I truly believe
Virtual hug.
get it. I do. All right. So before we say goodbye, a final thought, some information or inspiration as we close today. Anya, thank you again.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Yeah, I mean, if you are interested in plant medicines, again, do your due diligence. And
Mhm.
remember, like the ceremony doesn't stop when you come home. That's when it really starts. The
Mm.
integration is the big part of it, and make every day count, with gratitude being one of them.
I love that. And remember, you're creating your legacy now. It starts now with the actions and things you're doing and your passions in the world, and it can potentially inspire others for hundreds of years to come. So, inspiration and generational wealth. What kind of legacy are you out there creating? This has been an amazing show, Anya. Thank you so much again. All right, everybody out there. I know you don't want to see us go. I don't want to see us go either, but I'm Jessica Koch. I am your host of Profound Professionals. And until the next one, please be kind to yourself out there and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody.
Thank you,